I'm kind of, oh, okay. Wow, that was a rush of blood to the head. Rabbi Brian and Friends on January 24th, 2026. This is service number 306. It's the Saturday service. I am going to do this thing where I see all of you. Because I realized last week I didn't take a moment to really... Hi, Connie. Connie was waving, so she got special mention. Glad you guys are all here. I'm a little in a panic at the... I'm trying something different with how I'm moderating. I don't know. Servicing? What am I, servicing
Rabbiing?
you? Rabbiing?
Mm-hmm.
Rabbiing would have double B, double I. So I think that's not reason enough to do it. I'm going to start with a story. This morning, I go to make my smoothie. Some of you heard me, but I didn't realize it was such a good analogy until I told the story. I go to make my smoothie. I make a smoothie every morning. Bananas, frozen blueberries, little kale, date, peanut butter, frozen mango. When I have it, one slice frozen peach nectarine. Almond milk. It's delicious every day. I have the same thing. There are no bananas in the house, and I make up for it by using a lot of mango. Mango has pouring the almond milk. I'm in the garage. I turn the thing on. It goes for a moment, and then all of the frozen mango had frozen the almond milk. So my entire smoothie was just a block of frozen with the blade at the bottom whirring and spinning and whirring and spinning, but it's not touching anything. And I thought, well, it's going to fall eventually. It's shaking about, going... shaking about, and I know it's going to fall eventually. It's not that frozen. Like, you just know. And sure enough, it did.
Patience.
The reason I bring this story in, it's about patience, and it's about hope. I'm scared shitless. I was out in the streets yesterday. We were protesting. I got 16 people shared my little video on Facebook. It's me playing We Shall Overcome at a action we did at the Hilton. My friend Allison woke up on Tuesday, decided we should have a picket in front of Hilton because Hilton's allowing ICE to use their facilities for sleeping and using it for trainings, and they kicked out a Minnesota Hilton, refused service to ICE members, and the Hilton Corporation defranchised them. So we were standing outside the Hilton saying to people, hey, next time you have your conference here, bring it somewhere else. Or we know you didn't mean to. Anyway, why was I talking about doing actions?
Hope.
Oh,
Patience.
I'm scared.
Patience. Yeah.
I'm scared. But I know, and maybe it's because I have We Shall Overcome on the brain, because I play it so often. But I know we shall overcome. And there's something that I gift myself when I add in this word eventually. It's not gonna get done right now. Calm the fuck down. It's gonna work. Eventually.
Someday.
The long arc of justice.
Long arc of justice deep in my heart.
Yep.
Someday.
I kind of have this, I don't know if it's a
it's a bad feeling, but I just feel like that there are always struggles in this lifetime, in this world, and we won't really realize true happiness until we transition. Now, that's my, you know,
You're entitled to it.
I know that's kind of fatalistic or whatever, but when you live for a certain number of years, you see this crap go over and over and over again, and you realize, humanity in this world is not going to fix it. It's not going to fix it.
Mary, hold on 1 second. I'm going to put a small flag on the play. Please, when we're talking, let's try not to use you statements. Let's try to keep it with I. I feel this way. I feel this way.
Okay.
All good.
Sorry.
George, you were saying something. No, don't apologize.
Well, that's the bad side of hope. It's work makes you free. That's the sign over the
Concentration camp.
Yes.
Yeah.
That they gave the Jews hope.
Yeah.
They came in supposedly. So
but on the other hand,
hoping that you're going to go to heaven someday allows you to get away with murder here.
Yeah.
I do know it was Viktor Frankl wrote about hope in the camps, that not everyone with hope lived, but no one without hope did.
No one without
Not
hope.
everyone with hope lived, but no one without it did.
No hope. Whoa.
Let's do this for a second. I'm going to do like a rabbiing thing. Pause. You can feel the sorrow.
Leave him out.
Jack, you had a beautiful quote about patience and empathy. Do you mind sharing that?
Don. Yes, what I sent to you, I said, I forget now. Sorry. Patience is a predecessor.
No, you said a lack of patience. Lack of patience precedes a lack
of empathy.
Okay, say that again.
The lack of patience precedes the lack of empathy.
Wow.
The lack of patience precedes the lack of empathy.
Yeah.
So let that sit in for a moment. Lack of patience. So then how do we do the other side? Is we have to have empathy. We have to have patience. Because if every time we lose patience, every time we lack of patience and lack of empathy are bundled. I'm going to do a little plug for my theme of the year. My theme of the year is non-urgency. Slowing it down. Go ahead, Larice.
I think, I forgot her name. She says, it's, the world's not going to change. It goes over and over and over. But we can inside, and by finding our happiness and true self inside ourselves, that we can go get through each process or each whatever's going on, can go from inside out into the world.
Yes. It's quite a game we can play. We can think good thoughts. Go ahead, Mary.
I think that the thing is to cultivate peace and harmony and a good feeling inside, no matter what is going on outside. And of course, that's much easier said than done.
Right.
But that's that's the way I try to operate.
I
And
try to
sometimes
do
I
it
fail,
too,
and
but let's
sometimes
also
not.
let me make
Right.
this very, very pointed and clear. It's also up to your brain chemistry, which you did not choose. You can
What?
influence your brain chemistry, but you don't have all the tools. Right? Depression happens. You can't
Yeah.
think your way out of it.
So that's where
Sometimes.
the training. That's where the training comes in from all your tools you have,
Great.
right?
So
Your
let me give you
toolbox.
some tools. Here, Rabbi Brian's Guide to Patience. No, seriously, I said I wasn't going to look at the notes, but I wrote it down. Doesn't matter. It does. I have this theory that like there's an unconscious part of me that doesn't want me to know where my notes are.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm too smart for this.
Paperwork.
I have
No,
to
it's
write
God-
it down
it's
or
God
it leaves
taking
my
over.
brain. But I guess I don't have to read them. So here's my guide to how I learned patience. Oh, guess what just showed up?
Patience. Patience.
How I learned patience. The first, you have to want to learn patience.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Right.
As long as you want to learn patience, here's how I did what I did. The biggest change, bang for your buck, my favorite piece of advice about learning patience. Ask customer service representatives. Ask cashiers. Ask baristas. And the best one, this is where I came up with this theory, ask the teenage kids who are working at a candy shop somewhere near a beach town.
Oh, Lord.
And asking
why?
people. Well, because the teenager who's working at the candy shop near a beach town, they spend their entire day trying to follow a 7-year-old pointing. No, this one. No, 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 no. I know what I want. I want those ones. No, I want. No, can you put your hand down? Like that. That's it for how to learn this installment of how to learn patience. Thank you very much. John.
I'm trying to sort out patients where appropriate or something like that. I am very pleased that the lawyer in question and some other people got involved exercised no patience when the 2-year-old was taken into custody. They reacted immediately. They went to court. Ultimately, the 2-year-old was returned, but not before being flown out of Minnesota to Texas.
This is crazy.
There's no patience that fits that scenario. Maybe the patience was in the people who reacted and got the thing turned around. They were patient enough before the fact to be prepared to react, but they reacted.
It's
You
a
don't.
big
Without
story.
patience.
Hold on. We're doing non-urgency. Al had his hand up first.
I feel like I just won the judge's approval or something.
And you know what you need? You need my approval, Al. That's really, that's...
Yeah, I know, that's the main thing. No, but I'm just wondering, like, obviously this isn't my experience. I wasn't the lawyer, but my experience with the law system takes a lot of patience with the law system. You know, people may have filed things when they found out about them, but they waited to make sure that the filing was correct. They waited after they made the filing. Thank God somebody reacted with some urgency to something that they saw happening in front of them.
Mm-hmm.
But
Okay.
I in my soul believe that there's a lot of virtue to patience.
Yeah. Patience, and hold on. Now this isn't lack of patience. This is other frustrations creeping in here. Sensational shit is happening in the news. And we want and we crave community. Especially when we're scared.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm feeling a little on the frustrated side. And I'm trying to let go. But I had not a linear plan for where we were going today, but I had a thematic plan. Go ahead, Dan.
I think for me, just because something is a patience in many situations is a virtue in many situations, such as patience, non-urgency, it doesn't mean that it applies to every situation. When the pot's boiling over on the stove, you get it off as fast as you can, making sure that you put a pot holder on first if the handle's going to be too hot. So
it's not a time for patience. Fair. Okay, I'm going to give homework and I'm going to wrap this piece up. Oopsie. There I am. All right, homework. Ask anyone. Say, I'm doing a study about patience. I'm trying to learn more about patience. What do you know? That's how I got Jack's quote. I said, I want to do a thing about patience. Jack sent me a quote that said, do y'all remember what the quote was? Do you remember it? Hold on. I want to see if other people can get it into their heads too. It starts with the lack of patience.
Perceive the lack of
Of empathy.
Empathy. The lack of empathy. What's that mean in English? Could somebody say it in lack of patience precedes the lack of empathy? Give it to me, but don't use any of those words.
Empathy is you feel with.
Reaction?
We're bound to make a worse reaction if we don't have patience. We're going to hurt somebody.
Mm-hmm.
My lack of empathy comes from a lack of patience. If I had more patience, I could have more empathy. Ray Jones.
I think that there are times when you have tried and tried and tried again to be patient. And to the point where it is really truly not doing any good. That does not mean that you do no longer care for the person and no longer have empathy for them, for their situation. But you now have got to the point where you realize there's not a damn thing you can do about it.
Correct.
It's as simple. Sometimes it's as simple as that. Not always, but sometimes.
It's hard. Go ahead, Ruth.
It's the unwillingness to listen. You turn yourself off for whatever reason.
Unwillingness to listen. Yeah. Go ahead, Jack.
Well, for me, the hardest thing regarding this topic is my inability, more often than not, to be a slave to reaction.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. Official meeting of the Slave to Reaction Club. Please raise your hand. Oh, good. All members here and accounted for. That's what these guys were about, right? There's the action and then there's the response. And the better we can pull them out, the better we're doing. I had a follow-up that I really was so excited to share with you guys about something with the 4-to-1 ratio. My goodness, it's like a joke. Here it is. Oh, I was on the wrong one. That's at the bottom. I wanted to go back over something we talked about last week. Last week, I made mention that there are things that we do better than other people. There are just some things we do better than other people. Just a fact. There's some things other people do better than we do. Of course. This is going to fit into, I think this is going to dovetail right into Jack's quote about lack of empathy and lack of patience. But the thing that I do better than other people, I do not then have the right to be frustrated that they don't do it as well as I do it. Right? I do it really well. They don't. Or let's take a thing they do really well and I don't. Do they have the right to shame me for not being able to do it at their standard?
No.
No.
Mm-mm.
When we don't have kindness. When we do. Oh, okay. Let me see if I can parse this out. The thing we do better than other people. There are two choices. Either we don't have kindness for them when they don't do it as well as we do, or we do have kindness for them when they don't do it as well as we do. And now if you're wondering what I'm going to say next, so am I. I was so sure this was fitting in with lack of patience, lack of empathy. Yeah, if I don't have patience, yeah, I think this goes together, maybe not seamlessly. If I don't have patience with someone for the thing that they don't do well, that I do well, it's a lack of empathy. Yeah? Am I close enough to... Can we do this as a mulligan? Yeah. I have...
Can I try this, Brian?
Diana Newton,
Yeah.
I would love you to be that person.
If I'm parsing what you're saying or trying to say, it sounds like expertise without patience or empathy can be just hubris.
Expertise can be hubris. It's hubris. Give me a definition of hubris.
Yeah. What
Boastful?
is that?
Arrogance. Thinking too much of yourself.
Yeah.
Okay, so now say the thing again now that you gave me what hubris means.
Yeah, arrogance. Yeah.
Expertise without patience or empathy.
Expertise without patience or empathy
can be hubris.
Is hubris, is just showing off, is obnoxious. Okay.
Does that work?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I was going to say.
Thank you,
You
Larissa.
can have it, Larissa.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Ron, and then Bob.
So-
Thank you, Mary.
So sometimes when we get deep, I very quickly look up poetry to go with whatever it is we're deep with. And this is the last stanza from a poem, People Without Patience. People without patience will always claim another to blame, with embellished illusions to instigate as to why that blame on others is claimed, and to do it as if this dismisses their selfishness or their fact they've lived lives to be spoiled.
I thank you, Ron. I apologize for my lack of reaction. I have to do poetry on paper.
Okay.
I don't.
Sorry.
It just doesn't. This brain doesn't come with that feature. Go ahead, Bob.
If I don't have patience with somebody, whose problem is it? Theirs or mine?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Lack of patience is our own problem. Okay, so let's talk about patience, right? Okay, we're going to use some fancy technology and some tools y'all know what I'm drawing. And if you don't, welcome in. This is Eli Goldrat's change matrix. Just see if, before I put in, if you've been a regular around these parts for a while, see if you know what goes around the outside before I fill it
Brian?
in. Yeah.
Could you describe it for Larisse, please?
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, John. We're looking at a 2x2 grid, and it's going to be a little hard to imagine, but on the left column, it's going to be just pluses. On the right column, it's going to be minuses. And then on the horizontal, we're either going to have at the top is the letter delta in Greek for the word change. And at the bottom is the delta with a line through it, meaning not change. So we have a 2x2 grid. And we can say it's change positive, change negative, going across, or not change positive, followed by not change negative. Patience. And the let me box two of these off so we have less to be holding in our heads. Change positive, we know. I'm going to kind of lightly cross it out. And not change negatives, we know. We know why we should have patience. We don't need a chart for that. But it's the other two boxes. Quick show of hands. I'm going to do a screen of everyone. How many of you were able to replicate that drawing on your own? You know it so well. Keep your hand up if you're slightly proud of yourself. Wait, what are the hands going down for? What's that about?
My head doesn't work that way.
Good job. All right. Heads down. Let me go back to our chart.
Jeez.
So the two questions we have is with regard to patience, what is the benefit to not having it? If we were to change and have patience, we'd have all this good stuff. But what is the benefit? What is it that we will lose if we change that's a benefit of not having patience?
Anger? Oh.
Yeah.
You're talking...
I was not talking to you, but hold on 1 second. Hold on. I'm going to just post anger in there. And I'm going to write catharsis.
What's that?
That's the fun part of being angry. That's the rawr. That's the letting the anger out. That's instead of just being angry and holding it in and getting really mad, the anger is.
What about survival of the anger too?
I'm in favor.
Anger is good.
Let me get back to my picture and then we'll take comments. We're looking for what are benefits of not having patience.
Immediate results.
Well, now you're just proving your point right there, right? I wasn't done yet.
I'm sorry.
No, I don't even know who that was, but I love you. Thank you for doing that. Who was that? Is that Mary?
Mary.
Hi, thank you, Mary. The changes, what are the detriments? This one's so juicy. What are the detriments? What are the problems that we will have if we are now patient and we didn't used to be patient? I could imagine that we'd have this problem.
Is it a problem? Happiness?
You're going to need a really good lawyer for that one.
Oh, well, I'm not getting this then.
Okay, hold on.
I think bad things go on too long.
So wait.
Lethargy.
Okay, we're going to go into small groups because y'all feel really chatty, and this is a great question. Before we go into small groups, I want you to write down or have your own independent thought of What is a benefit? You just need one answer. A benefit of not having patience and or a detriment of having patience. So take a moment so that when we get into small groups, you can share. If you don't have one, you just say, I was thinking about more important things at the time than what the rabbi was talking about. That's fine. I'm looking for these two things, and then I would love when we come back from small groups. Alex, you're preparing the pod bay doors? Thank you, Alex. You're on mute. Sorry.
They are
Good.
ready. Whenever you want me to open them, they're ready.
Please remember, my birthday was a few weeks ago, but if you want to give me another present, when we come back from small groups, please complain about the number of people who are in your group, the amount of time that we did. It just gives me so much joy to know how I have disappointed and upset you. Okay, little sidebar, just us right here. This is why I could not teach under 10th grade, because unless people can understand sarcasm, this doesn't work.
Right.
Okay.
Try sense of humor.
Humor is good. Okay, so everyone knows, you understand the assignment. You have to say yes, even if you don't understand the assignment. You think you understand the assignment. Go ahead. Let's go into small groups, and and I will start looking at Facebook. Hey, Facebook people. Hi. If you're on Facebook, oh my God, there are already answers, but there are 2 questions. Get things done faster. There we go. Get things done faster. Tanisa, I'm sure that made sense at the time that you wrote it but I'm not understanding it. Oh, hi, Mary. Oh, I'm not joining a group. How are the numbers of people doing, Alex? Do we want to
So it looks like we have four to five for each group.
Oh, that's great. And Jim, do you want to be moved to a group? Do you want to say something? You're unmuted at the moment.
No, I prefer not to. Thank you.
Okay. Well, I appreciate that. That's a rough position to put you in to ask you, and you don't want to share. But thank you. Thank you. Glad that you're here, Jim.
Thank you.
Okay. 4 to 5. And what's our time, Alex? Just so I know.
I set it at 7, but I can call them back sooner if we need to.
Well, we never know if they're having a good time or not.
That's true. So right now we have 5 minutes remaining.
Thank you. Ann Swanson was writing. Oh, I think they were writing about something else.
So I think I wanted to comment on what Tanisa said. Getting things done faster. I think that I don't know what Tanisa meant by that, but the way I interpret it, that if you aren't trying to be patient, if you're not trying to sit on things, if you're not trying to let the mud settle,
you get it done fast.
Go directly to the solution and get it done faster, air quotes. That was my interpretation of what she had said.
My folks had live in New York City. Getting a quality handyman is not an easy thing, so they're on a wait list for Bill for years, and he's done. And Bill would sit with his cup of coffee in the New York Post, and he would just look at the wood that he was the slowest. He would just consider it, and he'd sit staring at it with the patient, like it was like he was getting paid by the hour, which he wasn't. He was just the most patient builder ever. I don't have that. Non-urgency and patience are the same thing, aren't they?
I don't know if they're exactly the same thing, but I certainly think that they're probably adjacent.
Wait, what's the difference between them?
I think patience means that you're willing to wait for something.
Patience and non-urgency.
And non-urgency,
I like both of them, but I don't know what's different.
Well, like I said, I think patience is being willing to wait. right? You know, I mean, because like every kid is
and non-urgency is not being not having the pedal down.
Yeah, basically non-urgency is, you know, you're driving your Corvette, but you're driving it at 55 miles an hour instead of 120, right?
Right, you wouldn't say the car is you're driving patiently.
Yeah, no, you are, you know, you're taking your time. Whereas like patience is, you know, every kid, you know, is waiting for the school bell to ring and bouncing their knee, and they, you know, they can't wait to leave because they're impatient for that. And you know, I think patience is more being able to wait and to, I don't know, manage or control that anxiety or anticipation that you have for stuff, or control the irritation that you feel when you know that one, you know, the you know, the irritation that comes from not having what you want. So I think that's where I think that's the difference between patience and non-urgency. Non-urgency is not rushing, whereas patience is fundamentally being able to manage your emotions while you're waiting.
I think I'm going to just use both words whenever I think I'm going to say I teach patience and non-urgency.
Yeah, I mean, because I think the
like
two things are they're not identical, but they are adjacent.
Right. Yeah. I'm thinking about in a sentence. He's very patient. He's very non-urgent. She has great patience. She has a great sense of non-urgency.
I think linguistically, it probably sounds better to say that, you know, Rabbi is very patient and he doesn't rush. I think non-urgency.
Yeah.
In that,
very
in that
patient and doesn't rush. Those
doesn't rush.
Sound very patient and doesn't rush. I don't know. Those sound the same to me. I don't know. Let's take a look at Facebook land. I'm going to put a comment in Facebook. Does it show it added it 3 times? I don't know if you're looking at it.
I'm not looking at Facebook right now. It likes to make
great.
an echo on my computer.
Yeah.
And we have about, I think, 30 seconds until the call back.
All right. I look forward to getting some answers here. People that's annoying.
Well, I thought that's your job. You're supposed to have all the answers.
Oh, no. I'm just a good teacher.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
Why did I write down king? Oh, I know why I wrote down king. Because I thought we were going to do something very different today.
Okay, so the rooms are now have now given everybody the 1-minute warning, so we're coming back from that here.
Well, you can see if they didn't like their room, they come back early.
Yeah, that's true, huh? So I guess they must be having a good discussion.
I'm not going to tell them. They can rewatch it on the recording if they want to know what we just said. Hi, welcome back. Glad to see you. My goodness. Wait. This breakout room goes there.
Yeah, we still have about 15 seconds till they
okay.
take over. Yeah.
Okay.
And
hello, the people.
Hello. Hello.
It looks like pretty much the same people we had before we went into groups.
Nobody left.
What'd you learn? What'd you learn? What'd you learn?
That was a short session.
The complaint department is just down the hall to the left.
Oh, she's got to put the complaint into the dog. Tell the dog about your complaint. The dog will tell you.
My dog
Yeah, the
seems.
dog is sitting there looking for patient.
Yeah, see?
All right, so let me ask a question. Did you learn something new about why we don't have patience?
Yeah.
Did you hear some new thoughts about why we don't have patience? What are the we'll do it like charades. I'm going to say third syllable. Sounds like what'd you get? What'd your group come up with? What are the mermaids we would lose? What are the robbers we would gain?
I had a perspective on my impatience that I had not thought about before from our small group. When somebody said that impatience in thinking that somebody isn't doing something the way you think they should do it is ego.
Right.
And that was an insight into my impatience, a perspective I had not thought of that I think is true.
Hubris. Is that back to our word hubris? So, where box 1, box 2, box 3, box 4, where am I putting hubris? I know where I think I should put it. Just I want you to think for a moment. Box 1, box 2, box 3, box 4. I'm going to say hubris would fall into box 3.
I'm going to you figure it out.
That hubris, I would have to give up some hubris in order to have patience. I'd have to give up thinking that I know what's right. Boy, that's a slippery slope. Don't make me do that again.
Well, it's also control. I have to give up some control.
Oh, so if I'm going to have patience, I'm going to have to give up my hubris. I'm going to have to give up some control. I'm not saying we should give up. I'm not saying we should have patience. We're just looking at it analytically from a scientific point of view here. If we have patience, we will lose a sense of ego. We might lose ego. Nobody want to lose ego. And we might lose a sense of control.
Mm-hmm. Power.
I'm going to put that with hubris. Yeah, Larisse.
I'm a little confused. Go
ahead.
Patience. Okay,
Yeah.
so I'm trying to get patience with this person that directs his stuff onto me.
Okay.
Onto me personally. So I'm trying to have patience by ignoring him and ignoring the guy and just let him rant and rave because I know where he's coming from. I don't know where he's coming from. He's crazy.
Does that work?
At times, and at times, so at times, I lose my patience, and then I would either say something which doesn't help because I'm putting the fire in the flame. I'm putting in the flame. So I lose my. Then I go back and I lose my patience, and I lose my. What was that other word you used?
Control and
control.
Power. Yeah.
Control and power.
Yeah. You're not alone, Larisse.
I know, but I know. So
what do we do is we wait.
Wait until the next time?
Practice again.
Yeah.
Well, that's inevitable, I guess. It's going to happen
So-
again, I'm sure.
So
Yeah.
hopefully you keep learning and growing.
Right. Yeah.
Well, I guess for me, and when I'm in that situation, is I have lost something by doing that has high value for me, and that's my own self-respect. If you let someone just rant and rant, call you names and do this and do, and you don't respond in perhaps an unpatient way, then you've lost some of your self-respect.
What if you lost?
There's a quote that I can't find at the moment, but it's Terrence Real says there's no situation in which harsh criticism is better than compassionate listening. I'm off a little bit. But there's no situation where being harsh is got, and there is an exception to it, which is what we have here. Is the thing that harshness gives you is it gives you catharsis. It gives you a sense of power. It gives you a sense that you're in control. But otherwise, I'm not in favor. All right, go ahead, Jack, and then John. I'm still missing this quadrant up here. If I now have patience, I will now have a problem I haven't had before. I'm looking for answers there. Go ahead, Jack.
Okay,
Hold on, Betsy. Let me get Jack and John.
The less patience I have, the less tolerance I have.
Yeah? Go ahead, John.
For the bottom one, I would also say indifference.
Oh yeah. You can be laissez-faire. You can have. You don't have
And
to
for
be
the upper
involved.
one, I would say awareness.
If I get patience, I'm going to have a problem I haven't had before, which is awareness. Yeah, I might be aware of how much I'm suffering and how much I had been suffering.
Or others.
Go ahead, Betsy, and then Ron.
Okay, I find that sometimes I use patience as an excuse for procrastination.
That's very true. That's very true. Go ahead, Ron.
I might forget what I needed patience for.
I like that.
That is
I like that one.
benefit of having patience is that you might forget what you needed patience for.
No, that's I might flake it out because I
You're
forgot
being
what
so
I was
patient.
trying to be. Yeah,
That's good,
because
though,
I'm
isn't
too
it?
ADHD.
Go ahead, Dan. Thank you, Ron.
A negative of this is for me too much patience can be anger. Like if somebody's telling me a story I've heard before and I'm trying to cut them off and they won't stop, I just get angry.
So a benefit,
And if I don't try to cut them off, I'll get angry anyways.
Yeah, too much patience. That's good. Yeah.
I don't think I'm sold.
Don't be a caregiver.
Go ahead, Mary, and then Bob.
I had that one of the detriments of having patience is that nothing gets done. It's
Lack
kind
of-
of, Betsy's
lack of productivity.
Yeah.
Inertia.
And I would point out that this column here, the problems with change, these are imagined problems with change. Just because we put something in the top right corner doesn't mean that it's true. This is what we think might happen, a lack of productivity. It might, but it also might happen that we wind up equally as productive. Just calmer. Bob, Patricia, Ann.
Yeah, sometimes it might be that my patience is dependent upon another person. For example, if I'm responsible to teach somebody something and they're not getting it,
Mm.
that it's going to be the patience is going to be required on my part to kind of see what I can do to work through that.
Yeah. Somebody else might be causing our impatience. I love it. I mean, how true. Go ahead, Patricia.
I find sometimes if I wait for everybody to express their views, I don't get an input, and therefore things are just rolling down the road, and I can't catch up with them. So I'm not heard a lot of times.
Yeah. Okay, so let me add that onto our list. There could be, I don't know how to write that down. Somebody help me out.
Ignored.
Yeah, that's good.
Lack of representation.
I got ignored for now. Thank you. Anne, then Michael. And then I got some announcements to make.
A negative that we identified of having more patience is that sometimes, in some circumstances, delay can cause harm.
Yeah,
think about calling 911 because you need an ambulance.
But I would like the dispatcher to have patience. Right? Yes. You can be efficient with patience. I don't want them to start yoga breathing, but I do want them to have patience because I'm in a panic.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead, Michael.
This is a question, because I guess patience can be an adjective and a noun, I don't know. But basically, what is the assumption of the value of breaking this down analytically like this?
Oh, why? Yeah, so...
What is the assumption we're working with here?
Thank you.
About human nature?
I have, right, I'm a Homo sapien, big-brained creation. Thinking is one of my pastimes. Deduction, so much can be gotten from deduction. So we're taking a topic and we're using analytic skills. This matrix was made by somebody who studied physics. It was not meant for a spiritual topic, but it fits really, really well. I guess self-improvement.
Okay.
Not that there's anything wrong with any of us.
I was thinking the assumption was that we can change. That
we can change.
Yeah,
exactly.
We can rationally do something about our human condition, our dilemma, our
exactly.
We can, we have agency, regardless of how much we suffer, so to speak.
Okay, I'm gonna call this off for a moment. Hold on. I have a few announcements to make. One, you see that giant ring binder? I got all of religion outside the box. Taxes off to the accountant. 1099's filed. 990's done. So I'm just reporting my good diligence. Here's an announcement for you.
It's okay not to be okay.
Hey, friend, is this a phrase that would sound really good to you coming out of your own mouth? Go ahead and say it.
It's okay
not to be okay.
Right?
Okay. Sounds vaguely like something I've heard before. That's fine.
Not to be impatient.
It's okay not to be okay. It's hard to do. It's really hard to do.
Yes, it is.
And then on the flip side of that card is this that says, just because you've made a mistake or two doesn't mean you've failed.
No.
We are all more than our largest mistake. This one, it says, love them anyway. It doesn't say that. I wrote that. Oh, it's having a hard time.
Yep.
Love them anyway. People are going to be assholes. Love them anyway. People are going to say things that they shouldn't have said. love them anyway.
Anyway,
It's not easy.
Rabbi, we need Maria.
Yeah, we got to do a prayer list. Maria?
Now? Okay.
Sorry.
These are the people to whom we are sending light and love. Cullen and kids, Patrick, Daryl and Lois, Sheridan H., Aru Lane Hill, Ebony and Beth Carney, Shirley W. and Judy H., Ashley, Allison, and Nancy, Irma P. and family, Alex C., and Sally and Bob B., Rita S., the Bell family, Tanissa, Dayton, Sharon, Neal, Richard Ellman, Joe Ludwig, Alex, Gwen and Reed, Jim Carver's family and friends, Elizabeth, Bob, Margaret and Ray G., and Gray and Barb. If there is another person in our community to whom we can offer light and love, please put their name in the chat and I will add them to the list on Facebook. And for the people who aren't named, but who are in our thoughts, we send them light and love as well.
Thank you. Alex, I don't think we have any special rooms today. I do have one last thing. Oh, do you guys hear the weird sound going on?
Yeah, I think we got it.
Okay. So Alex, while you set those up, let me just make the quick announcement. If you've had the thought today, well, that's strange. My mic kept getting muted. There's a reason your mic kept getting muted. So you get muted because there's extra sound on your line. So then please don't just immediately unmute. Pause, take a moment, think, might I have a dog? Or whatever you need to think about before you unmute yourself. On behalf of the people who spend the service playing whack-a-mole, I thank you so much for muting microphones. If I thank you, it wouldn't be a thankless job. So I'm torn. That's it. Thank you. Let's wave goodbye to the Facebooky people. I'll stop the recording.
Bye, Facebook.
Bye, Facebook.
Bye.